Hey, Marking here. I wouldn't make this too long, but I'm going to tie in three stories. It's not really a story, right? It's simply, this is an opinion, I guess I would say. But watch as FS1's Shannon Sharp. The hardest job I ever have had was being black. You're a multi-millionaire. How hard was it? You were essentially born taller. You're stronger than other people, and you became a millionaire because of it. During the 28th of August broadcast of Undisputed, Sharp, who is reportedly worth 12 million, was discussing NFL executive Troy Vincent's comments about the boycotts that coursed through sports. To the Jacob Blake, we'll get to that in 1 second. It blew Shannon's mind how blacks are oppressed in America, how hard it is to be black. The hardest job I've ever had is to be black. It's like Bill Burr. You ever heard Bill Burr's rant about when women say the hardest thing they ever had to do was being a mother? I think he's referencing Oprah, right? All you have to do is basically play with kids and what make up trumped up charges and send them to bed. This is the exact same scenario, except it's playing out in real life, right? It's not even a comedy sketch anymore. But what I'm highlighting here is these are the sad heroes the black community have, okay, and it's terrible. Like, where how I say this, where the black intellectual leaders, like, if what you know about the black community, they tend to have a very narrow-minded view of what heroes should be, while in the white community it's different people. It's scientists, it's writers, it's musicians, it's different artists. It's just, and the sad thing is, like, these what he should have said. The hardest thing to do is being a man, for example. Like, nobody ever advocates for men. They somehow advocate for women, or some race, particularly blacks. Okay, this is what ticks me off. This is the opportunity to go against the feminized system, and what they're doing is creating even um, larger feminized system. Essentially, okay, you're strengthening it with the Mu oppression, using the oppression Olympics, victimhood. But again, he's incapable of understanding himself and things around him, but particularly, once again, understanding himself. Okay, this is what I see a lot of less intelligent people. They tend never to understand themselves. Terrell Owens: it's scary to be a black man in America in the wake of police shooting. As a black man, bro, we're being killed at an alarming rate, bro. Owens said again, no mention of crime rates. This is an American football player. He was a bit of a nutcase. Same with Shannon Sharp, he was a bit of a nutcase also. Again, these are the heroes that they have, unfortunately. This is who the media hypes up. This is who the black community hype up. At some point, your community had to take responsibility. This is ridiculous. These things are awful. These people are awful. These are grown men incapable of responsibility, incapable of understanding what's going on around them and to them. Okay? Never does he cite the... I can't say never does he cite, because, again, I'm just taking these articles, but never has he cited the stats, the crime stats. He didn't... Again, like, when the whole Mikey Brown and Trey stuff happened, we saw inklings of the push of communism. But again, when I talked to my black friends, they would tell me some erroneous story, and I didn't understand years later to why they were always wrong about what took place during those incidents. They didn't understand who the aggressors were because they were getting the information from one news source, CNN. Okay, literally one news source. Okay, people who tend to be more conservative tend to have better values, and from what I've seen, what I've known, what I've observed, they tend to get information from different sources, so you can vet better. Okay, how you really do things in journalism, you get things from different places, you put them together, form a narrative, get a correct and true narrative. Journalism doesn't exist anymore. They don't do it. So this takes me to the highlight here. So Jacob Blake was a guy who's sexually doing things sexual to a female, and the cops were called to the house, and people rioted after he was shot because he had a knife, and the narrative was set. They don't care. They don't care. It's just everything's about oppression and victim, but because you cannot take responsibility again, which is a female. It's why females are useful tools of the communists. Okay. So anyway, during this interview, I didn't watch highlights of it. When he responds to questions like "I hate Brussels sprouts," right? This 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 man is not a good father. What I would love to know his background. I'm sure he wasn't involved in life. I'm sure now it's time to get brownie points, get paid. This all these people want to do is get paid. Okay. I've I've I've, I've heard things from like again I grew up in the hood. Women instead of say if they have their quote unquote baby daddy, they won't care if he's shot. What they'll care about, how should they get paid. There are just differences. There are differences. I'm gonna say this. There are differences between race and love. Okay, different races like whites, they tend to woo a woman. They tend to buy them flowers and candy. You observe this in the school system. Um, Blacks, unfortunately, they tend to just to get straight to the grinding. If you get my drift. Okay, yes, these are things I've witnessed in the school system. Okay, you put your head down, move on, because you don't want any trouble with anybody. You don't get punched in the face. Okay, you don't want the school to blame you for anything. Okay. Anyway, these are things I've heard, right? I'm just saying I haven't witnessed this. If I have, I would think. I don't know if I would even have the guts to say stop, stop. I'll be too frightened. Ugh, I don't want to be accused of anything. Anyway, Blake didn't respond to the question. Some say Brussels sprouts taste good. Okay, let's see. Cooper asked Blake Sr. about the new narrative the Kenosha Police Union published late last week, alleging Blake fought an officer and had a knife. His response was Brussels sprouts taste good. So we see where, this is. Oh, I can't. Okay, I'm done with this story. But you get the point, right? The black community, there's no heroes. There's only villains who they try to make into heroes. Okay? I can blame communism all I want. Eventually, people need to take responsibility. Share, subscribe, thumbs up. I'm on Parler, Twitter, and Gab. I use the SHIT posts. And take care. Be safe out there,